Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what is going on here? What's up? What's up? I see I got good audio, it looks like. I've got video, so we are good to go, guys. Awesome. What's going on, Polaris? What's going on, Grits? Yo, what's up, Crypto Medeo? What up, what up? All right, so got a little something going on for today, and I got a good little camera view going on. Got it all set up nice and crispy. Yo. So basically, got a power supply like my title says. It's like, what the hell blew up in this thing, dude? I'm just saying, what blew up in here? It definitely let the smoke out. You want to know how? Smell it. So this thing, once it lets the smoke out, it doesn't go back in, right? I have been into here. How you can tell is this is like a little quality control sticker that was over this screw. I previously, whenever I got my cheap 8 GPU style Octo miner, it came with this 2400 watt power supply, and I put in 8 3060 Ti's onto it. I'm figuring, this thing should be able to handle it. You're undervolting it. Everybody's like, oh yeah, if you undervolt it, you should be fine. So I decided to put this theory to that test. So 2400 watt power supply. Now, if I were to go along with the calculations on all of that and go, hey, well, here, calculator, pull that up. So if I were to take that for what I know, so let's say 125 watts times 8 equals, so 1,000 watts right there, right. And then risers, even though it's plugged into a riserless motherboard, it still consumes the same power either way you want to look at it. So we've got 75 watts, let's say, times 8. So that's another 600. So we're at 1,600 watts, right? And then you take the fans that are the Delta fans that are on there. That's another 120 watts. So now you're at 1,720. Then the CPU, let's put it at 1,800. Well, underneath that 2400 watt, right? Well, this is that part where I argue with a lot of people. So just because the power supply is rated for 2400 watts doesn't mean that it can yank 2400 watts, even if it's in a server grade style setup. And I'll tell you right now, for 2400 watts, I know it's purpose built, but being that it is for 110 and 240, this is light. I've picked up 110, my HP is that I have sitting off to the side, without the breakout board on it, no cables, is almost the same weight as this because the components are better. So continuous wattage on 220, 240, I would probably say, you're looking at 2,300 watts continuous that it'd be able to handle. Not this 2,400 watt that people look at are like, oh yeah, 2,400 watt, I'm good to go. Not always the case. So now, if we do the math that I know, okay, so we're the graphics card is 200 watts at max. Okay, so 200 watts. 75 on that, so 275, right? So if we do 275 times 8, now this adds in everything but the fans that are on the case and the CPU itself, okay? So two things. Figure another 200 watts. Follow me on this one, guys. So 275 times 8, that's 2,200 watts, guys. This is a 2400 watt power supply. This is the math that I typically go with whenever I'm deciding power supplies, because it's not so much that the graphics card, you're undervolting it. So majority of the time, it'll live life at the lowest setting possible. But if it goes under load, those overclock settings are like suggestions. They're like, no, we need more power. Give it to me. And if they all do it at the same time for a brief moment, that little hit, so 2200 watts plus 120 watts for the fans, right? So we're at 1320. And then let's put, that extra, I want to say that the CPU running on there, conservatively, you're looking at 85 watts. So we're, you're 2,405, 2,410-ish watts, somewhere in that range, okay? Think about that. All the GPUs trigger, that's the only thing that's a variable on the whole setup, because the motherboard, CPU, and fans are going to be a constant. They're going to flatline right where they're at. The GPUs are going to take these violent swings. Now, if it sits there and violently swings kind of on the high side, and then this power supply is in a warm environment, now you're talking about superheating things. So that's kind of what I think happened on this one, is that it started pulling everything that this thing was rated for. While it was a little bit warm in the mining room. And I'm not even talking all that warm. 80 degrees, guys. 80 degrees. I really wouldn't sit there and go that far, TechMan, going with the cheap, crappy fucking power supplies. It's that in order to get the price down, they had to cut corners. And it's just a matter of where they decided to cut corners that decides on, the longevity. It's like there's different grades on capacitors, and there's ones that are rated for longer hours. So I might have, taken something that was 80,000 hours under, let's say, 65%, no more than 65% load on this, which would put it to be, give or take, like right around like 1600 watts. This thing would have lasted years. But because I was on the higher end with everything, where it's generating the heat that it's not rated for, it went from $80,000 to, however many hours are in. I think it was just a pinch over a month before it died. So, you're talking hundreds of hours under full capacity. So I smacked it like a redheaded stepchild, and it didn't like it. So what I ended up doing to fix all of that is I've got two 1600 watt Bitmain power supplies, and I got 4 GPUs on each one, 3200 watts altogether, being split in half onto 2 power supplies. They will live life like that very happily for many, 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 many generations. There should be absolutely no problems with that. The power supplies aren't being maxed out. Fucking, it's all heavy duty industrial grade stuff, living on 220. So that equipment should be like very, very happy for a very, very long time. Not yet. Jason the Tiger Osborne. Not yet, my man. I am about ready to crack a lacking on this bad boy. I'm kind of curious to see what specifically died. So I don't know the traces on this, so I don't know power pathways. I'm going to try to kind of guess where power was going through and try to follow it and see if I can find First off, I'm going to start with brain off. That's how I like to do a lot of my repairs. Brain off situation. You open it up, and can you see anything that looks damaged? Whether you're working on your laptop, all the way down to a power supply. Capacitors are going to look goofy when they blow up. The little ends are designed to when they off gas, they kind of burst open. They've got little burst plates on them, so you'll see them kind of leaned off, and you'll see the burst plate kind of hanging there. That'll be the obvious stuff. You'll see MOSFETs where they're cracked, inductors that are just colored. You could tell that they're heat treated. Heat treating meaning that they got really, really hot. Not that I've seen. Try crowbar in the circuit. So yeah, I've this thing's got no life whatsoever. Not even the cooling fan doesn't even turn on this thing. So what's going on, Dave? All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna open up everything up into this thing and see if there's anything obvious. The cards are okay. Thanks for asking, my man. Thanks for asking, Tech Man. He's like, hope your cards are okay. Actually, I've got everything mining. So it's sitting on two separate. I've got two 1600 watt Bitmain S9 power supplies on there, split in half. So 4 cards on each one. Motherboard, half the board's powered on one power supply, the other half of the board's powered on the other power supply. So everything is nice and stable. Nothing's hurt. It just I think that either the resistor in this thing popped out, or I'm really thinking it's a capacitor. But I wasn't around when it fucking happened. So, and I wish I kind of was. Whenever it popped, it tripped my breaker. So, I mean, thank God for that. So it shut everything down when this power supply died. But I'm going to say a random cap is probably my culprit, which means that I've still got a viable 2400 watt power supply, if that's the case. There's really not much in these power supplies as far as parts. So if there's something that's blowing up in there, you can always upgrade it to something much better, and you can always upgrade with a, thumbs up button on this video. Yo. So without any further ado, let's dig on in to this. So we'll go ahead and probe. Probing will be secondary. So we'll go ahead and see if we can find anything that's obvious. That over there. And then I got a question for you people while I'm taking this apart. With my gaming, do you like the idea that I pushed my gaming over to Twitch side, or would you rather me leave my gaming over here? I'll leave that up to you guys as the community. So I don't see anything obvious so far. Nothing super obvious. So whatever it is, it's definitely like right around here. So I wonder if it's this filter right here. Because these filters are known to get hot, but I can't see it. So let's see if I can pop this bad boy out of here. Let's see if I can get this thing up. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for how to release the plug because all of this is soldered in. So I see top and bottom prongs on here. So let's see if I see how you hit the but I need the lights. Do I have anything big enough for this? Like, of course, this thing is gonna be a pain in the butt. Looks like I gotta get this off for sure. Part of it. Part of you. Yeah, to get that last leg out. Don't want to destroy the clip. There we go. Gotcha. This was a pain in the butt to get that out. Wow. They don't give you a lot of room in here to do this. I'm trying to just like nab it just right. Oh, did I get that one? Yeah. I know I got the top one, it looked like. Got you out. Oh, slip back in. Surprised you didn't do that the first time. Oh, no.
No, man. Gotcha. This one's a goofy one. Oh, I've never seen a power switch like this. Ooh, ooh, got it. All right, so I've got to screw it out and then pull it forward, which means the fan needs to come up too. All right, we're learning. We're learning here. I have not taken this apart like this. So we got 4 screws holding the fan in place here with the shroud, which will be a small server style fan. Holy cow, that's a medieval looking fan. I'm just saying. Alright, so yes, it's a time to get the board up. This black plastic shroud, the little plastic here, that's in my way. If you ever get one of these up and running, do not neglect not putting that on. It helps direct airflow over everything. Okay, so I've also am releasing a ground wire with this last screw here. Now, how does this fan come out of here? Good God. There we go. Hey, now that's a dirty little trick there. Oh. Okay, so the power switch is plugged in. They glued the thing in with some. Sure, if I have anything that I can use to scrape that off. Let's see here. Not the safest way to do this, but. Oop, almost got it. So they got special glue on here. Probably for shipping, which is fine. I'm cool with that. Cool. Swear I'm cool with that. Alright, and the fan header is in the same way. let's get this out of my way for the time being, and I can set this onto the desk. All right, y'all. So they got this stupid glue everywhere. Holy shit. Alright, all of that to not be able to tell if that was busted or not, but doesn't smell like it let the smoke out of that. Who let the smoke out? Yeah, I've had them where me pulling them down like this fixes it. It's really simplistic in there. And whatever. See, this whole area looks like it got hot here. This is where I like to use my eyes. So this all just... Hey. Hammy, stop chewing on the stuff. He's like over here getting busy on it. Alright. So, it looks like it's... So one of these MOSFETs is the culprit. I'm going to say... the MOSFET here, and one right here. And this one got shit all over it. And there's some dust in here, but nothing bad. But I've got a MOSFET here, MOSFET here that looks... on the PCB wise are the two prongs that look like they got hot. Looks a lot like. Yeah. Looks like two of them got hot. Then let's see as if we gotta short the ground here. Alright. So any of the screw holes, they're always ground. So if I go over to the other screw hole here. Oh. Hey now, don't call me a liar like that. Really? How the hell are they grounding that then? I was like going right onto their ground. Unless they ground from above. No way. How do I test my grounds? The hell is that hooked up to then? Because this wire right here. Let me zoom it in. Move everything into it where you guys will see what I am doing. So this wire here was hooked onto the board here, which would assume ground. But I can go to anything else.
That's fun.
What? I lost ground in the board? Bro. It lost ground in the board. Because I was running it on 220, which... Running it on 220 would give this thing 2 hots. Yep, that's the ground. Ta-da. Trigger. Got your ground on the trigger. Discharge on the trigger side. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. It's underneath the loop. This is definitely ground. Yeah, I lost ground to this corner. Shit, wow. Baby girl, we lost ground to the corner. That's bad. Alright. So... then we have... yeah, fuck. That would emulate that these 2 resisted grounds should not be working then either. So, I need these 2 resistors. That's what these are. These are little grounded resistors, just to kind of stop ripples going back. So, I need to order up, because I don't have these, of course. So, the good news is my big and the big capacitors, these are actually not bad. These capacitors are not the best, but not the worst. I would say that these are like mid-low end. I would have liked to see the all black ones, not these brown ones. But I lost my resisted ground. So both of these resistors actually popped to ground, which would have stopped this whole thing from working. So, and then could I? No, I can't jumper it because these are going to be grounds to, because this is no longer hooked up. This is an isolated ground. It needs to be there. I need those resistors to be working, and I've got no resistance through them. So here's the resistor themselves. I can go on to both. I can go on to the other side of it, and I get everything. But for the circuit ground, it's not going back to the main board ground. which would nab the rest of the four corners. So I wonder. I bet you I can bypass it, but I'm not sure without having their schematic. Oop! I got somebody at the door. Hold on. One moment, people. Yeah, all right. Something to drink here. All right, what you guys talking about in the chat? I see a lot here. It's like, sorry, I saw distracted. That's okay, players. That's quite all right. That's quite all right. I think I'm gonna try to fix this. It looks like it should be easy enough. So I'm thinking that the resisted ground popped. I don't know in board view, since I don't have a schematic here. Since I don't have a schematic, I don't know if this is an isolated ground, which would make sense. But then there's no ground, so I would think that there's probably an issue with the ground. And I don't want to sit there and like force the ground. I would rather get these cheap little resistors. These things are going to be super cheap. Probably have to get like a 10. I bet you the shipping will be more expensive than these resistors. But for purposes of showing you guys how to do this, so this wire here would have normally been like a normal ground for a 3-prong. But whenever you're dealing with two-phase, or I mean not two-phase, two hots, which is going to be your 220, 240 volt. You're going to have your two top prongs are going to be power, and this bottom one becomes your neutral. You're no longer using it as a ground, because on 110 you'd have hot, neutral, ground. Okay, so now you got hot, ground, or hot, neutral. That's how it's supposed to be. Hot, neutral. That's on 220. So I don't know if they like isolated it off from the rest of this because, oh, you know how they did it. I get it. This is isolated. This is 100% isolated. So with it off the case, I didn't even think about it until just right now. So I bet you if I go like this, go, and again, or now I could touch the case. There's your ground. Now I can go to here, to here, here to here. So they are actually ingenious. I like that. So they've kind of isolated that whole corner of the board to being a isolated ground. Okay, I dig it. I actually dig that. So either way, definitely these two resistors popped. I've got no continuity going through them, so I'll go ahead and order that up. I don't think there will be any other way for me to test this, because if this is the end of the line, I need to be able to get power through the system. So I've got to be able to get power all through all of this, right?
but it needs I need the other end, is basically what it comes down to. And I don't want to just bypass these and brute force it, because I don't know what the purpose of these resistors being at the very end. I do know sometimes it kind of helps with the flow coming through, or this is for the 220s aspect of this. So we'll go ahead and I'll order up these little cheap ass resistors, because they are super cheap. But what's nice is it looks like the capacitors look like they're in good shape. I've got no discoloration. Now, this is the only thing, and I don't know if my camera is going to like me, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's zoometh in. So, this is right here. And how's high kick? With it like this, I've got to manually zoom, focus, so. Oh, perfect. Perfect. So, this is what I'm seeing is right here. This here, all of this is like being heated up. So, if these two, which is basically, see if I can get myself, this component here, which is on this heatsink, and this particular one that I'm tapping on, actually, the MOSFET's got like some garbage up on the very top of it, and then it's the same, and what's over here is the same thing as what's over here. The only thing that makes me concerned just a little bit is I see some heat residue coming over here. It could be just some spillage. As the solder joint got warm, it would have leaked out some of the flux out of it. Some of this is like that's flux. So that's flux right there. Let's see here. That's flux there. Kind of, but it almost looks like it's been like water damage through here too. Which this thing is, since I've had it, it's been inside the mining cave, which is as dry as can be. And you can see, like, I mean, my camera's not picking it up, but I see like a residue all through this whole area. So go automatic on you. Oh, and then I zoom with in. So you can see it a little bit here, where you can see it like it just kind of encroaches all through here where you can see it, but it actually comes out all the way to here. I see a little bit of residue over here coming up all the way around here. But it looks really strong that this one took a hit, possibly. Maybe even this side. And that might be why I'm seeing two different circuits here being affected. Well, yeah. These are two separate circuits. So this resistor goes from here to here. And then that goes to here. Goes through this inductor. Comes over here. Goes into something underneath this garbage of a fucking heat. I hate when people do this crap. This is unnecessary. So it looks like maybe a resistor right here.
And that looks like it goes to a ground. Yeah. So this pathway so they are kind of connected here. All through here. Where do you go from here? We go to here. What goes from there? Ah, okay. There's the other leg of the okay, so and then it comes over to here. Goes into this MOSFET up the right side. It's power trans. Oh, I bet you this is part of. This is the full bridge rectifier. So that's the full bridge rectifier. So I wonder if the full bridge rectifier overheated on this. That's kind of what it's starting to look like. So what the full bridge rectifier does, guys, is it basically helps regulate and detect where the power is coming in from. So it's supposed to come in and recognize that power is coming into this MOSFET here, which shuts down the 110 side of this. Probably opens a switch here, which just allows power to come down on the from the right side over to the middle. That will go through this inductor back into this MOSFET here, which is one of the ones that got hot, and then the other side of it. They probably break it up into two channels on this, because you need to have you need to be a 180 out in phase on your power. So they'll have this thing come through two different rails, but it's only one. Yeah. So it looks like the full bridge rectifier is what took the hit. So I might replace these, and it might still not turn on because the rectifier is not doing its job at all. Any way, shape, or form. But because I plugged it into 110, but I need to be able to, let's see here. Can I trace and track that though? Will it let me do it? I'm gonna try. Let's see something here, guys. We're gonna do something fancy. Get this stuff out of the way. Now, nothing on the front side is going to, per se, get hot or short out against this. There's nothing to short out on this side, so we are good to go. Let me plug it. The power cable back, getting up the on-off switch back in. Now you don't necessarily need to. I just need power and ground to go through this, so we're not worried. See, we got no fan spin yet. I just switched it on. No fan spin. Woo! We are energized. It bit me a little bit there. Let's see here. DC. So I should be able to just leave my probe in on the ground side here. And let's see here. Now, coming in, you got to be careful because it's AC coming in. So we're going to check AC coming in. I'm going to turn it off for a second here. Okay. So I've got about 120. It's 117.6. And then that should be ground on that side. So here's your neutral and here's your power. Oop, I'm not even on camera here. Let me slide over here. And allow me to get this into view. So now you can see. So like I said, I got 117.7 coming in. This is your neutral side. So we can sit here and track and trace this stuff. So I got, 117 here. Go. All right. Okay, so this is where it goes from here into your ground. You see, I've got a little something here. You got a little something here, but this is definitely power in. So oh, that's weird. Oh. I see what they did there. And right, what do I have here? Up there's power. So here is 117. Am I in the right pin? Yes, I am. Right up the middle. So cool. 117 in. It's good. This thing. Cool. Secondary circuit. This should bridge. No? Step down. Okay, now I'm dealing with only the A. Right now I'm touching on the AC side. I haven't even gotten onto the DC side. DC is over here. This is your AC circuit. It steps it up to come out here. So that's what underneath here is a transformer, and it's going to transform a lot of this to step it up. Yeah, 50 to 60 volts. I mean, I'm finding that everything is fine on that aspect of it. And I'm like trying to do this without any kind of traces. Like, I have a basic understanding of what I'm looking at here. But it's weird that I still don't have fan spin. So for whatever reason, I'm not getting anything over here. Check the 5 volt standby transformer. Where the fuck is that? Oh shit. That wasn't cool. I just slightly moved. Alright, hold on here, guys. Ugh. I moved stuff around. I should have unplugged it before I fucking started flipping. Whoopsie. Alright, here. So. There we go. I think that's it. Alright. It's an electrifying show here. Alright. Well, let's try it again. Now that I know where I'm probing, like I said, I'm not sure what the hell I'm doing with this one. Alright, here. I'm not sure what side of this I need to be on. This should... not do that a second time. I'm not sure where the main power goes into this one. Yeah, the caps are still alive. Give it to me. The 5-volt. These are all fucking probing 7 here. I'm thinking as part of this. I think that's connected to you. You connect out here. You're giving there. Not sure where you go from here. This. Nothing. I certainly can do that. I ain't got no voltage for the fan. That's probing all of it. Nothing. Got nothing here. So this is ground side. I have a... Yeah, I ain't got nothing here. Yeah, fucking... Yeah, it's like dropping like a rock there. I've got the switch in to turn the fan on. The only thing I didn't do was hook this up here like so. The only thing, yeah, it's the only thing I didn't do is right here. So I'm on the actual ground for the whole system. So I mean, it didn't make no. Oh, no. This is a server grade power supply. Oop, let me turn this off before I fucking short myself. And then unplug this really fast. Okay. So these are all the wire connectors. This is straight up a server grade. There ain't nothing special. You don't have to bridge nothing, jumper anything. It's literally turn on, turn off. Yeah, this one's nothing special on it. I think I'm losing power through the full bridge rectifier. I think the full bridge rectifier took a hit, though. I mean, that's me. So at least I know these are working good. It's passing power mostly, but it doesn't look like I'm passing power to turn the transformer on. Otherwise, the transformer itself blew. I mean, that would be the only other thing, and I don't have any way to test the transformer. So, I mean, I could sit there and try to replace. See, I don't know what it's supposed to read out at. There's like, unless you know the ohms rating on this transformer. Let's see if I can bring this up high enough here. I'd have to look this up later, unless you know unless you've got a cheat sheet on this. I know my mother used to have a cheat sheet for this stuff, but that was many moons ago. In the hundreds. I could see if my multimeter will be happy about that. Like, they put a goop everywhere. They put this stupid goop. That fucking this capacitor looks goofy. I keep bumping it. This is the 5-volt. Oh, this is the 5-volt. And I don't think I had 5-volt there. That's the 5-volt circuit. Hold on here. I need to see if there's... I don't have 5-volt here. No 5 volts! Yep, I have a... I'm like, I'm sub-volting. So... Yeah. Over here at the here. Oh! Oh. That's where I just welded. Oh no, that's where I touched the fucking cooler. Okay. That's what burned up. Like back down in here, I've got a little burn mark on it. And that's positive out is here. Okay. Trying to fucking make the traces in my head with this. Something tells me that should be AC. Oh. There we go. I'm like, why am I not getting what I'm looking for here? Don't send no 5 volt there. Let's see here. Track and trace. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna unplug this. Yeah, I don't think I'm past. It's like it's weird. It's like I've got. I can't. I don't see no fucking 5 volt anywhere in this area at all. I've pretty much probed everything in this area. I'm not sure what else would have a 5 volt reference going to this here. That's being fed 110. 110 here. Which says that everything here is working right. Everything just kind of points back to these 2 MOSFETs that are here, I think. I think just the power rail is just done. Like, I can't get down to where they fucking put the ends of this into. It looks like I've got a controller here of some sort, and I don't want to. Let me grab my NIF here. Oh, whatever that is, it's pulling that up with it, so I'm not sure what they're trying to glue down here, but there's like a case here that's trying to pull up as I'm trying to separate this damn glue off. Definitely not attached anymore. Like, I don't want to, like, pierce the cable. That's, like, such the wrong... That's just, I can't get it to wherever the components are, what they're soldered into. Man, it makes life so much easier if I knew where the power rails all went to. Or my 3 volt, 5 volt. I'm sure there's got to be a 3 volt somewhere on this thing. But I do not see 110, and I don't see 110 being converted. Everything comes into here 110. Well, at least coming in from over here comes 110 coming in. I'm gonna have to do just a little bit of research on this. figure out where all the power references are and what components that I'm looking at here. Is like, here we got an amplifier. So this helps probably drive this. You're grounded here. So this one's not straightforward. I was hoping this would be a little bit easier to do. So I'm gonna have to find a trace on this thing, but I'm pretty sure just from the heat signature on this that it's right into this area here, which put it right onto here. Which, oh my god, that's a pain in the... I don't know if I'll be able to get that out of there. I can on the front, but if that back one is bad like I think it is, because it has the heat... Let me... Flashlight. Flashlight. Oh, there it is. Flashlight. That one's got residue all over it. This side looks clean. I'm going to say that this... So, my camera, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show this very well. We're about to find out if how good my camera is with this. Put you on manual. Hey, wow, that was a good one. All right. Hey, do you see what I see? And it even looks like it's cracked. Do you see what I see? So, I'm going to say that is probably the component that let the smoke out. It might be the magical blue smoke source. It's got all the residue, it's the only one that doesn't look the same. And I keep fucking going back to it, and that one part also solders into the back of this. So, right where all that heat is, this side here, right, which I'm going to put my finger on it on the other side of the board, is also the worst looking one. These two solder joints right here looks like the flux came out of the solder. I think it'll be easier to get it off the board soldered. I can desolder it easier than I'm going to be getting that out of there, because it's like behind the big giant capacitor. But I think I should be able to... Hey, there's still a part number on there too. Yo! So, I will... I'll see if I can fix it. You see the other thing that I see here too, now that I'm getting like some light on this, that's just a scratch. Oh, these are going to be diodes. Okay, so that's going to be a diode. Ah, I see. Oh, I see what you are. So we'll go ahead. I'll order up that that part there, and see if this bad boy will turn on, guys. So with that being said, I think I'm gonna call it here. I gotta order parts. Unfortunately, whatever. And you don't need to sit there and have, Cammy, you are not part of the stream. Can we stop right now? You can be part of the gaming stream. How's that? You guys annoy me enough sometimes. And you don't need to have like fancy multimeters for all of this, guys. You're just trying to track where power doesn't go no more. I'm not by no means any expert. I know enough to be dangerous. Sometimes I can root around and I'll figure out where where power stops, and I'm like, okay, that's the component. Newark.com. Yeah, I'll check that out. Do you want gaming as part of this channel? I mean, it's up to you guys, ultimately. I mean, I'll game on here. If you guys prefer to see me game here, it fucks up the YouTube algorithm because like my gaming is a little bit of a longer form. Muse, Mauser, DigiKey, all electronics. Cool. Good to know. I've been out of the repair business scene for a hot minute. So yeah. So we'll go ahead and I'll check out those places. Get that part ordered up. I'll check it out and pull the part number off of it. This way I can get a comparison to what the specs are on it, and maybe depending on what the specs are, maybe get one that's a little bit more like a heavy duty variant of it that'll handle a heat load a little better. Not so much that it's gonna be like I've got to like make sure dimensions and everything like that. It's still got to be able to fit on the heat sink that they've provided. I'd hate to tear up a heat sink just to fix this. So, but I think it's because the 3060 Ti's were basically overcurrenting this thing. I kind of had a feeling it was gonna do it. I'm glad it didn't damage any equipment downline. I had a feeling with the way that it would have done it, it would have just heated it up violently until it just shut down. So definitely saw it shut down. I'll have to check it doesn't look like the resistor or anything like that popped, because I'm getting power in it looks like I'm getting power in the right spots for it to turn on, but I definitely don't have a 5-volt reference anywhere near this transformer to turn on any of this. And it's like nothing is like getting hot, so it's like it's weird. So the only thing I could think of that got hot would have been on the rail here. Yeah, no problem. I've got the proper pad thickness for that. I have one like that. It came in one of my other parts. And they gave me so much of it. Yeah, they gave me like a little square like this of it, and I only needed half of it, so I've got that. So thank you, my man. But you can always come on by if you want, Dave. Yo. If you're not living like far away these days. You have sheets of it. Nice. I know you always a busy mofo. Definitely stop on by, man. I appreciate it. Are you still okay? Cool. You're just on the other side of town. Cool. Yeah, definitely come on by. Check out the mining setup, yo. Nice, nice. Very nice, very nice. So, yeah, for sure. So, definitely be gaming here. If you guys, I mean, do you guys really want me to game here on YouTube? You want me to set up a whole separate channel? I mean, yeah, I'll let that be kind of the community's thing. Nobody's gonna answer now? We got 5 peoples here. It's like, what's ever better for the... I mean, I could. I do have I do have my, like, my other channel. Oh, not other channel. My main account for YouTube. I mean, I could set that up for gaming. Is that normal? Okay, so you guys prefer me to be up on the YouTube set. Okay. Do you want me to just incorporate it onto this channel? Or do you want me to set up a second channel just for gaming? If you guys prefer me to do it on YouTube, I'll fucking just spool up a new channel for YouTube. Second channel for gaming. We got one. Anybody else voting for a secondary channel on YouTube? Anybody else? Because I'll do it. I mean, it don't matter where the hell I stream to gaming wise. It's like Crypto Bedell. Don't. Hey Bedell, you're not. That was not one of the choices. I'm just saying, Bedell. So we got the cat in those hats going second channel sounds good. We got Jason with the second channel. Yo, what's up, Crypto Whale? Dr. Disrespect isn't normal. No, he's not.
I know a lot of people have been setting it up that way because even the live streaming will fuck with the algorithm, and you almost need, yeah, because like it if you're gonna do live stream long form, hour-long live streams, it's better to just, and then you have a pre-recorded where you're doing your 10, 20, 30-minute max videos, and then you can have your gaming, which you can, you're gonna stream all fucking day. You're gonna do a few hours on your sessions. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. I truly was. All right, well, that's food for thoughts. Food for thought. So yeah, I'll set up another channel here for gaming. Check out the Logitech, what is it? The C9, yeah, the C920 Pros. So yeah, check out the C920 Pros. Those are decent 1080p 60 frames a second camera. It's what I'm using right now. I mean, you see the resolution. I mean, I've got my above view is my my DSLR my Canon T7 Rebel, which is a DSLR camera, but it is non-controllable DSLR. So it's a little bit of an older one, but it still has really good resolution on there. It does like up to 2K. But that setup was like $600 versus like $100 for the Logitech the C920s. Yeah, you're gonna be getting a really high-end camera. The 4K cameras are super expensive. I mean, you can get some detailed pics and everything from it, but oh my god, those are expensive. I just didn't do it yet. Not yet. I can't do it yet. So, all right, guys. 4K, 60 frames per second cam. Dude, those things are fucking expensive still. Holy cow. As much as I like the 4K cameras, oh. Check out the DJ or the Digi. Is it Digi? No. Do not want that either. I don't need that. Let's do it like this. DJI Osmos. That's what it is. DJI Osmos Cam. They're actually not too bad. Not too bad. I think. Let me go onto their website. And it's got the whole gimbal and everything on there with their the mini. They're like their handheld stuff, like the DJI Pocket 2. or you can get the DJI Ronin 4D, man, and go big pimpin'. But let's see here. And sometimes it's not all about making sure you got 4K. I mean, most people don't have 4K. They've got 1080p, or they're on their phone. If they're on their phone watching your stuff, it's only 720. I don't care how good of a camera you got, it's 720 to them. And then most people are 1080p. The average consumer's GPU is either a 3060 Ti or a 1060 Ti. So let's see here. I'm trying to find some specs on this because I was looking at this the DJI Pocket 2, because they're not big. Video resolution 4K Ultra HD. So there you go. And so check out the DJI.com. And check out the Pocket 2. The video resolution says that it is 4K Ultra. HDR video resolution is a little stronger than 2K. So if you're on high def resolution, you'll be just under 4K resolution, but it's still, dude, this camera is pimping. And you can sit there and set it to track on the object and, you know, move around, and it'll stop your hand jitter because it's on a gimbal of its own. No, I'm not shilling for them or anything like that. It's just something that I've been looking at for vintage. Looking at the wide angle, and the price on them isn't bad. That's the other thing I like about it. It's like, yes, I'm a technology nerd. I love hardware. I love playing with hardware. So if there's a cool camera or something like that, usually I know about it a little bit about it. Not extensive, but a little bit. But yeah, I've been looking at the DJI Osmos just because they're pimping, dude. Wow. Yeah, exactly. $329, completely affordable for 4K. You don't need to buy a $800 4K camera. And this thing plugs into your phone. Have full control out from your phone. Yeah. Oh, I've been drooling over this camera for a little while. and if you want to go big ballin', they got ballin' there too. The Ronin, dude, that Ronin is no joke. So, any other comments or questions before I head up out of here and set up? I just do it underneath my Nemesis account. So if you look up that name, which is my gamer tag, you will find my main account over there, which you know what? Hold on here. I'll make a secondary one. I'm just gotta figure it out. I don't want to give up because like if anything ever happened, I'd rather keep my main account. So yeah, I'm gonna make a secondary account. Okay. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. So give me a little bit. I might wait until the Wi-Fi comes home and stuff like that, and I will do some gaming a little bit later on tonight. I will post links to the new channel, I guess, whenever I get to creating it. So yeah, that sounds good. So I'll create a second channel tonight, and I'll do the first stream off of it tonight.
and I will probably try to do dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same exact time. Which then I've also got to take the Twitch account and I have to rename that, so both the accounts kind of, you know, they appear the same. So yeah, yeet. All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, you guys got no more comments or questions? I'm gonna head out of here, guys, before the wife gets home, and I will set up another channel tonight, and I will do the first stream from it. All right. With that, guys, definitely smash the Lizardy like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff that helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. If you'd like to join the community, if you're new here, definitely links down below. Got the Discord free. You can go ahead and join in there. And if you find that you like the value coming out of from this channel, you can definitely check out the Patreon links down below. Consider being a Patreon member. If you become a VIP member, top tier, you also get VIP access to the family mind, guys. Yo, so be there or be square. And I'll be, you know, it's like Patreon gets a little bit of exclusive knowledge, stuff that I don't ever talk about on the YouTubes, some behind the scenes knowledge, some exclusive content for Patreon people only. So if you wanted to check that out, links down below, check it out. If not, whatever. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm going to make the videos regardless if you join or not. So let's just put it that way. So definitely drop the FAs in there like Jason the Tiger Osborne. Because to all you awesome people, you are rated F for fucking awesome. And with that, guys, I'll catch you all on the next one. Yo! And stay savage.